Welcome to the Deep Dive. Today we're getting into a really interesting baseball game, one described as a masterclass in moundsmanship and also a study in contrasts.
Right, that Phillies-Tigers game.
Exactly. And in baseball we often talk about the big hits, the fireworks.
Oh, the home runs.
Yeah, but this one, it was different. Really methodical, low scoring. Every single pitch, every play felt like it had huge weight.
It did. Phillies took it 2-0 in the end. A tough one.
But that 2-0 score, it really doesn't tell the whole story, does it? There was so much strategy underneath.
No, it doesn't. And that's what's fascinating here. That simple score, it kind of stripped away the flash,
Yeah.
And it highlighted that old baseball truth. Great pitching, solid defense. That's often your foundation.
The bedrock for championships, really.
That's it. So this deep dive, I think it's going to show how that game reveals what really drives success, maybe stuff that isn't always obvious.
Okay, so let's jump right in, because the core of this game, it really felt like it was all about one guy.
Cristopher Sánchez.
Cristopher Sánchez, yeah. The Phillies starter, it's like he wrote the script for the whole thing. What made him so dominant? Beyond just the 0 runs allowed.
Oh, it was a masterpiece, truly. 8 spectacular innings. He just completely shut down that Tigers lineup.
And wasn't just the stats, right? It was how he looked out there.
Exactly. The poise, the command. It seemed to, grow with every out he got.
So what was working so well for him? His pitch mix.
Yeah, his stuff was just electric. The fastball had serious life, looked like it was rising on guys.
No.
And the changeup, incredibly deceptive. He threw it with almost the exact same arm action as the fastball.
Oh, wow, that's tough for hitters.
It really is. That speed difference, maybe 12 miles per hour, it just froze them. Plus, he was mixing in the breaking ball perfectly.
Pinpoint accuracy, you mean?
Absolutely. Painting the corners, keeping hitters constantly guessing. They never looked comfortable.
So he wasn't just, throwing hard. He was setting them up. Orchestrating outs, as they say.
That's a great way to put it. He was orchestrating outs. It wasn't just about velocity.
How does a pitcher manage that, especially when, maybe a couple of guys get on base? Those little jams.
It's about sequencing, understanding the hitter's weaknesses, inducing weak contact, getting ground balls when he needed them.
Right.
And he just seemed so calm out there. Even in those minor jams, he never looked rattled, like a seasoned ace.
And the Tigers' offense, they've shown some pop this year, haven't they?
They have, yeah. They've got some power. But against Sanchez that day, they were just rendered helpless, really struggled to make any solid contact.
They were really threatened, huh?
Not seriously, no.
Okay, so with Sanchez dealing like that, the Phillies' offense, they must have felt like they just needed to get him something right. Not necessarily explode, just provide the bare minimum.
Exactly. They understood the assignment, just get Sanchez a lead.
And they did, with a couple of really key plays.
Yep, 2 incredibly well-timed moments. First one, vintage Kyle Schwarber.
Ah, yes. Classic Schwarber.
The game needed a spark, and he just stepped up and boom, powerful swing, majestic home run.
His 38th, wasn't it?
That's right, number 38. And that solo shot made it one hero. It felt like a huge moment.
A watershed moment, definitely. Validated everything Sanchez was doing.
Absolutely. You could almost feel the momentum shift right there.
Yeah, you really could. And then, later on, they scratched across that second run, the insurance run.
The all-important one.
How did that come about? Started with a walk, I think.
It did. Got a runner on base for Bryce Harper. Pressure situation.
And Harper delivered.
Clutch hit. Drove in that second run. And you could almost see the air go out of the Tigers right then.
Yeah, that single seemed to just deflate them.
And what's really interesting here, like you said before, these weren't just random hits scattered around.
Right.
They were strategic punches.
Wow.
Delivered at the perfect time in high-leveraged spots.
Right, like that Harper hit probably had a much bigger impact than just a normal single would.
Exactly. It shows a team that knows how to win these tight games when the pressure's really on. It's a different kind of team strength, not just hitting volume.
Okay, so let's clip it then. For the Tigers. Yeah. Tough loss, obviously. But were there takeaways for them too? Lessons learned.
Oh, absolutely. Even in a loss like this, there are things to build on.
Like what? Any positives?
Well, first off, their pitching actually held up pretty well after Sanchez left the game.
Oh, right, the bullpen.
Yeah, the bullpen came in and basically shut the Phillies down. Kept it at 2-0, didn't let it get out of hand.
That shows some depth, some resilience.
Yeah.
Which is important, especially for a younger team.
Definitely crucial, so that's a positive sign for them.
But You can't ignore the offense, right? They just couldn't figure out Sanchez at all.
No, that was the story. Undeniable struggles there. They just couldn't solve that puzzle he was presenting. Must have been incredibly frustrating for them.
So what does that tell you about where the Tigers need to grow?
Well, it really highlights that need for more consistent hitting, maybe better plate discipline, especially when facing a pitcher who's just locked in like Sanchez was.
Right, because one timely hit changes everything.
The entire complexion of the game could have shifted if they'd just managed to scratch out one run somewhere along the way.
So a tough lesson, but maybe a valuable one for that young roster. Shows them what they need to work on.
Exactly. It's a clear benchmark. You see what elite pitching looks like, and you know you need to find ways to counter it, seize those rare chances.
So wrapping this all up then, when we look back at this game, this deep dive, it really feels like that 2-0 Phillies win was way more than just, another W in the standings.
Oh, definitely. It was almost like a demonstration
Of what?
of that old saying, right? That championship baseball, it's so often built on great pitching and really solid defense.
That timeless adage.
And Cristopher Sanchez's performance, I mean, that was the singular force driving the whole game.
Dictating the flow.
Completely. Going 8 shutout innings like that, that's monumental. It gives a whole team this incredible confidence, like championship-level belief. It's a quiet kind of dominance.
And it showed the Phillies' balance, too. They didn't need a slugfest.
Right. Different parts of the team stepped up when they absolutely had to.
Proves they can win these gritty defensive battles just as well as the high-scoring ones.
Yeah.
That gives them options, strategic flexibility.
For sure. And ultimately, this game was just a perfect little snapshot, a microcosm of baseball's beautiful unpredictability.
Where the pitchers art outshone the hitter's power.
Precisely. The artistry, the surgical precision, it completely overshadowed the brute force. That 2-0 score looks small on paper.
Almost insignificant.
Yeah, but the strategic battle behind it, the defensive chess match, the implications are actually massive for both of these teams moving forward.
It's a great reminder, isn't it, that winning isn't always about the loudest moments, the big fireworks.
Sometimes it's not.
Sometimes it's that surgical precision, that smart execution, and just the sheer will to dominate in those quieter, fundamental parts of the game.
So it makes you think, right? What does a game like this gritty defensive struggle teach you about finding success? Maybe in sports, maybe at work, any challenge, really.
Especially when the easy path, the obvious fireworks approach isn't working or just isn't available.
Exactly. How might you maybe redefine what winning looks like for yourself in those situations?